I promise I would. This week we got the 20-minute rule in effect. The 20-minute rule is as follows. If you guys don't gather in, I'm just gonna assume you're too busy or you don't want to learn and I'm gonna go off the air. But we got a very important uh, Sunday sermon that we need to talk about. I've been talking a lot about priorities and prioritizing your life. And you gotta be careful with people because people will do the most craziest thing to get back at you, to get revenge on you. But you gotta keep your energy for the Most High and for your work, and as well as His work, because if you get sidetracked or distracted with people, this is where people get in trouble. You know, you gotta you gotta stay focused. The first scripture I'm coming from is found in the book of Proverbs, right around chapter 31. Um, I think I'm gonna read until verse 11. I'm not gonna read too much about the virtuous woman, but there are not many virtuous women. These women are trying to get with people they'll try to get with people that you cool with. That's not virtuous, that's evil. And it's evil on both sides. And this is what I'm telling y'all today, as far as keep your energy and keep your focus for the Most High, His work, your work. Sponsored by WeHardDirect.com. WeHardDirect.com. We have Max Barra in there. He says hello. How you doing, Max? How you doing, Max? Good to see you in here. But we definitely need to talk about this. We need to talk about this because what I notice about myself, maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm the only one that's guilty. But I was just starting to respond to things and people a little too much. I was starting to get into full-fledged arguments with people, in particular with women, and that shouldn't be. That shouldn't be. He said, how are you? I'm doing pretty good. How you doing today? Again, I thank those of you that came in. Proverbs 31 says this. The words of King Lemuel, the prophecy that his mother taught him. Verse 2. What, my son, and what the son of my womb, and what the son of my vows, give not thy strength unto woman, nor thy ways to that which destroys kings. He said he good. She told him, give not thy strength unto woman, nor thy ways to that which destroys kings. When you look, women sometimes don't even intend to do those things, but those things happen. And that's what she was warning him. He was a king. Remember I told y'all that when you argue with a woman, she assumed the power, right? Now, what did his mother tell him? And he was a king. She said, give not thy strength unto women, nor thy ways to that which destroys kings. She telling him, look, make sure you stay focused, what I'm telling you today. And make sure you keep your strength. You don't give your strength to a woman. You are a man. You keep your strength. You keep your strength. You know they're gonna try to do things to get under your skin. You know it. You know that guys sometimes will try to do things to get under your skin. If you don't like something or they don't like something that you did or didn't do, they'll do little things to get under your skin. But you gotta, like she telling him, keep your strength and keep your way. The Bible says that man devises his way, but the Most High directs his steps. So to keep reading, it says, it is not for kings, O Lemuel, it is not for kings to drink wine, nor for princes strong drink, lest they drink and forget the law and pervert the judgment of any of the afflicted. Again, drinking is not a sin, but what she was telling him is, look, you can't do what everybody else do. You can't do things how everybody else do it. Because if you try to, what she said, you're gonna forget the law, and you're gonna pervert the judgment. Verse 6, give strong drink unto him that is ready to perish, and wine to those that be of heavy heart. Let him drink and forget his poverty and remember his misery no more. Open thy mouth for the dumb in the cause of all such as are appointed to destruction. Verse 9, open thy mouth, judge righteously, and plead thy cause with the poor and the needy. Verse 10, all these women call themselves virtuous women, but verse 10 says, who can find a virtuous woman? For her price is far above rubies. Verse 11, the heart of her husband doeth safely trust in her, so that he shall have no need of spoil. The virtuous woman ain't gonna mess with your guys. With the virtuous women, your friends, your brothers, your uncles, your cousins are off limits. Your co-workers are off limits. But even if a woman chose to do that, go back to verse 3, give not thy strength unto women, nor thy ways to that which destroys kings. That's what she telling him. He a king himself. She saying, don't give your strength to anything that's going to be a distraction. Drugs, you smoking weed. If it's going to be, look, me personally, it's sorcery. It's sorcery, therefore it's off limits. But if another reason why I can't do it, because again, and it will do what? Verse 5, probably make me forget the law and pervert the judgment. So I'm good to go. I don't need it. So she went on to teach him about the virtuous woman. Verse 12, she will do him good and not evil all the days of her life. What's up with all these women talking about they were virtuous, but they dragging their husbands to court, taking on half of his money? She will do him good and not evil all the days of her life. Look at this. I'm going to read some of it. Verse 13, she seeketh wool and flax and worketh willingly with her hands. He said LeBron or Jordan? Jordan. Nothing against LeBron, though. She works willingly with her hands. She don't spaz out the next day after she do something for you. She don't spaz out the next night after y'all come to agreement that y'all gonna do this and do that. Not the virtuous woman. See, all these women, I'm a good woman. I'm a good woman. I kept it 100 with you. Look, verse 14, she is like the merchant ships. She bringeth her food from afar. She rises also while it is yet night and giveth her meat to her household and a portion to her maiden. She considereth a field and buyeth it. So this the real, look, the virtuous woman is the real boss chick. Look what it say. She considered a field and buyeth it, and with the fruit of her hands she planted a vineyard. She girded her loins with strength and strengthened her arms. She perceived that her merchandise is good, and her candle goeth not out by night. Look at this. All y'all women talking about Dusty. Why she was warning King Lemuel. She was saying, look, this who you want right here. Verse 20, she stretched out her hand to the poor. So the virtuous woman ain't gonna not deal with a dude because of what he don't have. Say, yeah, she reaches out her hand to the needy. She is not afraid of the snow for her household, and all her household are clothed with scarlet. If I skip the verse, y'all can read it. Look at verse 26, y'all. She opened her mouth with wisdom, and in her tongue is the law of kindness. Ain't that what he was talking about in 1 Peter chapter 3? Going back. Verse 3, give not thy strength unto women, nor thy ways to that which destroys kings. Your strength is supposed to be for the Most High first, and for you second. You know what? I'm gonna do a video on this tonight, if I remember. And how I could tell a dude is young when he just so focused on women. You ain't been burned yet. You ain't been heartbroken yet. You a young buck, boy. Go sit down somewhere. That's why y'all notice these young dudes is killing their girlfriend because you need love. You need love more than LL. Let me read verse 26 again. She opened her mouth with wisdom, and in her tongue is the law of kindness. Her children rise up and call her blessed. Her husband also, and he prays it. But you look, this is why she say, give not your strength unto women. Because most of these women, if you go through their phone, you gonna find something explicit. Jeremiah says, hello, how you doing, Jeremiah? You gonna find something flirtatious, and most of them are gonna get mad at you. You the one that was doing it, talking all that love stuff, and then you got 3-4 dudes on YouTube. You got 3 or 4 dudes on Facebook. You got another couple dudes on Instagram. Come on now. Verse 30, favor is deceitful and beauty is vain. But a woman that feareth the Most High shall be praised. Give her of the fruit of her hands, and let her own works praise her in the gates. Make sure if you watch the playback, act like you in church, because you are. You wouldn't go to these other churches and not give, would you? So if you got it, don't come over here without it. You can hit that Cash App. Hit the super thanks if you ain't got Cash App. You know, you like I say, y'all wouldn't go to a regular church with nothing in hand. Like even a 5-year-old to have $1 in their hand to put in the plate. So don't forget what we doing over here. And don't forget to go over there to WeHaulDirect.com and check out his line of products. Hit the like button. If you don't like what I'm saying, hit the dislike button. But we got to give our energy, and y'all notice, those of y'all that have been watching my videos, I know y'all noticed that I've been talking about not arguing with women. But I want to say don't argue with no man either. If a man try to argue with me, just keep trying to press me in an argument, I'll see him later. Like if you at work, don't get into no argument at work. If he pressing you like that, you'll catch him. You go right up to him and ask him. Now we ain't got to jeopardize our job. Now what was that you were saying? Or was you just trying to show off for our coworkers? People will do that. But you don't need to focus on that. This is what I'm telling you. You need to focus on whatever your work is. Whatever is going to bring you the money. Whatever is going to bring you the freedom. You need to focus on that. We ain't got to keep saying the Most High, because you should already know that you need to focus on him. We got 3 minutes left. I do thank y'all once again that came in here, but listen, maybe y'all watching the Super Bowl. It just started. They finna score. Shaheed. But anyway, I do thank y'all for watching. And keep tuning in for more videos. We're going to end this. We'll have a more definite time next week. We're going to try to get these done a little earlier. But thanks for watching, and keep tuning in for more videos.